All right. Well, thanks everybody for stopping by and joining in our Living Hope 10th anniversary conversation. I appreciate your time, and we're just going to chat about things that have happened, the exciting things God is doing in our life, in our church, and what we're looking forward to as well. So just to get started today, so I came week 3. I missed the first 2 weeks, right? And of course, all the fun stuff that you had leading up to becoming Living Hope. So let's talk a little bit about those feelings. Week 1, right? Driving to the school, walking in for the first time. Just kind of reflect and remember, if you would.
I was excited. It was a new frontier. Sounds kind of Star Trek-y, but I was just so blessed to have this opportunity to really test my faith and just see what God had in store instead of being comfortable and just status quo and not really taking a position. So for me, it was fantastic. I knew God had us, so I wasn't worried. I didn't know where we were going, but I knew He had it, and I just said, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Great. Kathy?
Well, it was a few weeks in before we actually attended, and that was because of John Cam speaking to Tom, and actually Tom was at the Woods Church the day that the vote was coming down and everything kind of happened, and so we decided let's try this, and here we are. Very happy, made so many new friends, and enjoy the message here, and we're grateful to be here.
Fantastic. Patty?
So the vote. I ended up in the hospital with AFib because of the vote, I think. So I wasn't even there. Tom and the boys were there, and then I remember that Monday I was still in the hospital, and Jim and Melissa came to visit me, and they're like, yep, we left. So I probably joined the worship about the same time you and Tom did.
Okay.
So, yep,
right.
after I got out of the hospital and got some things straightened out. So then, then came to worship, and, I've been familiar with churches that met in schools before, so it was not an odd concept to me, but just a different feeling, really different feeling. And I remember seeing that wooden cross, and I can see it right now, that's on our wall. And, just like, it felt like a church, really did. And all the important people were there.
Yeah. Matt?
And suddenly it became very real. It was a long time up and coming, and a lot of mixed feelings and a lot of emotions were high. But, I just remember walking in the very first time that we walked into the school and worshiped, and I was just amazed that God followed us. He never left us. God followed us right where we went, and I kind of likened it to a little bit of maybe Exodus. Just a little excited for a new future, and I kind of held on to that a little bit. That's what we were doing, and that just continues today. Even though we're in a different type of a situation now, it doesn't feel like we're walking that long road anymore. But still very exciting, and very happy to be a part of this and to be here today.
Yeah, excellent. Good. And from the pastor's perspective?
We had modeled that first Sunday. We had modeled what worship would look like that afternoon. So for me, that was the bigger test, to try to let people see what it was going to look like so they knew what to expect the following week. The adjustment of all of it, of worshiping in a new place, in a very traditional neighborhood, being in a very non-traditional space. And there were just so many new details that you had adapted to in another space. But there was a palpable excitement. I like to say that we've been in that discernment period. There were 18 months where our joy was tamped down. And so the first Sunday that we were able to gather, there was just a palpable joy of being a congregation of one mind and one body. And that's the part that stands out the most for me.